Hello, fifth graders. So today we're going to be, just like we start every other topic, we're going to be estimating decimals or just estimating in general, okay? And remember, we estimate to check the reasonableness of our quotient, product, sum, whatever operation we are solving. All right, so today we're going to be doing division problems. So it's very similar to when we just estimated whole numbers, but now instead we're just estimating decimal quotients, okay? So again, we use compatible numbers that are easy to solve in our head to estimate. And this first example is 43 divided by 7 3/10. So just like we did when we did just estimating whole numbers, you start first with the divisor. All right, so 7 3/10. You want to round that to the nearest whole number. All right, so think of it like $7.30. The nearest dollar would be 7. So we make that a 7. And then this 43, we don't want to keep 43 because we want to make it a basic fact. So look at that divisor 7. Okay, we made it a 7, a nice easy 7. What could we change 43 to so that it's a basic fact or a multiple of 7? Well, I know that 7 times 6 is 42, so you can make it 42. If you did 7 times 7, which is 49, you can make it 49 as well. So let's say if I made it 42, I would say that's pretty close to 43. So 42 divided by 7 is 6. And again, this is a basic division fact that you can compute mentally, which means do it in your head, solve it in your head, because it's a compatible number, okay? So we just found that 43 divided by 7 3/10 is about 6, okay? So now it says use rounding to estimate 87 4/10 divided by 9 6/10. And it says round to the nearest whole numbers, okay? Now, we didn't do rounding for this first problem, okay, because we made it a 42, okay? We didn't really round. We just used nice, easy, compatible numbers. But for this example, we're going to round. So round to the nearest whole number means that we're getting rid of the decimal places. So 9 6/10, round to the nearest whole number, okay? 9's the whole number. If we round it, we look next door, it would become a 10, okay? 87 4/10 rounded to the nearest whole number, okay, is the ones place. We look at that 7, okay. Now, I don't really like rounding to the nearest whole number too much because this would be an 87, and you can do 87 divided by 10, okay. But what I would rather do is make this number instead. Let's round it to the nearest tens. Let's make this a 90. I like that fact a lot better. I know it says round to the nearest whole number. I round to the nearest tens place. But I like 90 divided by 10. It's easier to do. 90 divided by 10 or 9 divided by 1 is 9. Cancel out the zeros they have in common. No zeros to add over here, so it's just 9. So 87 4/10 divided by 9 6/10 is about 9. All right, so let's look at some examples. So you always start, again, with the divisor. So I'm going to underline all of the divisors. We're always starting with those, okay? So I would recommend if the divisor is already a single-digit whole number, I would just keep it as it is. So I would keep that 7 as a 7. And then don't get confused with this decimal right here, okay? Don't think that this is 7,259. It's 72 59 So what I would do to help you, I would just cross out or not even look at that decimal. Just think of this number as 72. What could you make 72 so that it's a multiple of 7? Well, I can make it 70, and that's a nice, easy fact, okay? Because this is like saying 72 59 cents. That's pretty close to $70. So 7 divided by 7 is 7. There's an extra 0. Oh, sorry, 7 divided by 7 is not 7. My bad. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Add the 0, it's 10. So the answer for that is 10, the estimate. Okay, now again, this number we're rounding. Okay, we look to that place value. 6 3/10, we can just make nice, easy 6. And then again, for the dividend, just ignore that decimal. Just look at 44 wholes. Okay, what could we make 44 so that it's a multiple of 6? We can make it 42. That's really close to 44. And 42 divided by 6 is nice and easy. That will give you 7. Okay. 1 9/10 is right here. Okay. What can we make 1 9/10? A nice, easy whole number, very close to 1 9/10. We can make that a 2. And again, don't even look at that 4. Just look at that 15. What can we make 15 so that it's divisible by 2 or a multiple of 2? We can make it 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, so if you should see a pattern that I'm doing right here, I am sticking with the divisor first, making it a nice, easy number. Okay, and then I'm looking at the dividend, not even looking at that decimal part, just looking at that whole number and making my dividend a nice, easy whole number that's a multiple of the divisor. So let's look at this next one, 6 8/10. I can make that a 7. Okay, and 42 is actually already a multiple of 7. So 42 divided by 7 is 6. I don't really have to change much in that. 9 6/10. Again, if you think about it like money, this is like saying $9.60. That's really close to $10. And then what can we make 102 so it's divisible by 10? We can make that 100. 1 divided by 1 is 1. Cancel the zeros they have in common. 1 left over. Okay. Again, this 4 is just a whole number. We can keep it as a 4. Let's keep that as a 4. Let's look at our dividend. Again, just ignore that 9. Just look at the whole number, the 48. Okay. What could we make this 48? Now, do we have to change it technically? Is 48 a multiple of 4 already? It is. Okay. If you want to make it something different, you can, but 48 is a multiple of 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12. All right. So attached to this Ed puzzle is going to be a Google form. All right. And what you are going to do is actually, sorry, not attached. You're going to not. So we're not going to have anything attached to this Ed puzzle. You are going to have a Google slide that looks almost identical to this little worksheet or activity that we just did in your notes, okay? You're going to see a couple problems where you're going to have to fill in what you estimated each of the dividend and divisor into, and then what you get as your estimate, okay? So just keep in mind, if you need to look back at these notes for anything, please do that. That's why we're taking them, so you can use them to review and help you practice certain concepts. All right, so always start with the divisor and then look at that dividend and make it a multiple of that divisor, kind of like we've done in the past. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye.